Hello. I'm a few minutes late. Sorry about that. My dog was kind of loose. I had to go catch her. Well, she was in the yard, but it's so cold here. It's chilly, 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 chilly. So I knew I couldn't leave her out. So I hope you're doing well. Happy Monday, October 17th. Welcome to Make It Monday. If this is your first time here, my name is Leslie Benson. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I like to share paper crafts using stamps, paper, and ink. Hi, Stacy. If you're here, say hello. I love to chat while we're crafting. I'm going to turn the camera around. Let me move my water. Hi, Kathy. I always forget to put myself in the corner there. Today we're going to make a 3D project, but if you're not into the 3D projects, I also made a little card using the same idea. Tricks or treats. And to make these projects, I'm using the Alphabest. This is one of the stamp sets I got when Stampin' Up! Had their free shipping, and I just have been dying to use it. And we are also going to use the Bewitching, well, they're both bundles actually. They're punch bundles. So you've got your little, they look like little tickets, I think. Hi, Kat. Hi, Kim. And then we also have the little witch's hat punch. Hi, Kay. This is in the annual catalog, and I just got around to getting it. The free shipping was my incentive. And then this, of course, is in our holiday catalog. If you do not have an Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to help you out and send you a catalog, our catalogs. Is there any other news? See, this is a project we're going to make. It's very, very simple to throw together. Let me grab my paperwork. Excuse my reach. I keep everything kind of over here in a pile. This is kind of old news, but the new kit that's available is the birthday card organizer kit. And when you go to my Stampin' Up! Website, leslie.stampinupnet, and then go down the products tab to kits, you can see all the available kits. Oh, and here's a template for our, oh goodness, 12 weeks of Christmas first. Here's my paperwork. Are you guys as disorganized as I am? I'm really not disorganized. It's just I have piles. Excuse me, my shoe is falling off. If you're not aware of my 12 Days of Christmas, every Tuesday I send out a project and you receive a full color step-by-step instructions for that project along with a video tutorial. So make sure you are signed up for my mailing list, and you can do that at theplaidpoodle.com, or I will put the link to sign up to be on that list so you don't miss a week. I'll be sending another one out tomorrow. And then during the month of October, which is slowly coming to a close, I guess we have a couple weeks left, you can join Stampin' Up! For $99 and get $155 worth of product. You do have to pay tax, but it is free shipping. So if you're interested in that, let me know. And our new spring catalog will be coming out next month, and we'll be able to order from that on December probably 3rd or 4th. So at demonstrators, we can order early. And then the October host code. If you place an order with me using this host code, you will receive a free gift from me. Okay, let's do our projects. I'm not going to do the card because once we do the little basket, the card is just easy. It is 8.5 by 4 1/4, so I scored it at 4 1/4. So it's a little square card, and then I used some black cardstock, and I just kind of repeated this whole situation on the front of the card, and I used tricks, and then I stamped or treats in the middle. So that's kind of a cute little thing if you wanted to include a card with your basket, or you're not a 3D crafty person, you prefer cards, you can easily convert this into a card. Okay, so simple to do, just a little scoring. So we're going to take 2 pieces of basic black, and I'm going to get my little cheat sheet out here. They each measure 6 inches by 4 1/4, and we're going to do a little scoring on them. I'm going to use my Simply Scored tool, but you can use your trimmer or however your favorite way of scoring is. This just helps me keep it straight. So on the 6-inch side, we are going to score it at 1 1/4, 4 3/4, and that's all on that. And then we're going to turn it 90 degrees and score it at 1 inch. So this is going to be the bottom of our box. These are going to be the sides. So we're going to have a 4 and, what is it? After we do all the folding, it's a 3.5 inch wide box by 1 1/4 inch wide by 1 inch. Does that make sense? Hi, Stephanie. So then take your next sheet of 6 by 4 1/4 and do the same thing. 1 1/4 and 4 3/4. Flip it and 1 inch. Now I'm going to do something else. So this is our bottom, and this is just a persnickety thing that I did. I could die cut these little teeth, zigzags, and the sides would be zigzaggy too. But if you don't like that because they kind of don't line up weird, it's fine if you just do it, but I hope I'm making sense. But I am going to take, this is our bottom, this 1 inch panel, and then we've got these score lines. I am just going to take a 1/2 inch and make a score line right. See how I did a 1/2 inch there? And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And when I start trimming, you'll see what I mean. See how that looks? And then I'm going to do this. And the same thing over here. And I'll show you what I'm talking about now. This will make more sense probably if I show you what I'm talking about. All right, go pick up your great nieces. Thank you for popping in. Thank you for watching. You're always so good to watch and comment, Stephanie. Thank you. Have a great day. Okay, we could just do this. I am using these basic border dies. It's kind of a zigzaggy shape. I thought that looked kind of Halloweenish. We could just cut that off the top of each top of our box and not worry about these little issues. But I didn't want the sides to have those zigzaggies, so I'm cutting mine off, but you don't have to. You don't even have to do the zigzaggies. You could just make the box without the extra decoration, but I just think that's so cute with the little extra touch there. I use these border dies all the time. I use these for clouds. They're really fun. There's something I will keep forever and use forever. A lot of times I will get rid of retired product, but that is something that I won't ever get rid of. It's not retired, but when it does retire, I will not get rid of those. They are worth keeping. Okay, so it's going to look like this. Now we're going to take our die, and I am using this zigzag. It's got a stitched, I don't know if you can, the camera's picking that up. There's a little stitched edge. And I'm going to take this old washi tape and just use that. And I'm kind of lining the bottom up with that little edge that I cut off. And we're going to cut that off, oops, real quick. I don't want it to be all the way down there because I don't want it to cut into my side. I'm just going to cut it real quick over here. So that's what it's going to look like. It's going to have the little teeth there, and then we're going to do the same thing on this one. And then we're just going to put them together to make our box. On Mondays, I try to do something three-dimensional or home decor. I try, not all the time am I successful. But I try and do something a little different than on Wednesdays at 2, I do coffee and a card, and we always make a card on Wednesdays. So that is the difference between my Make It Monday and my coffee and a card. Okay, now we're just going to fold on these score lines that we made. Seems like I'm in a basket phase. I made a basket last week. We made the turkey baskets. Okay, so we've got those all scored and burnished with our foam folder, and now I'm just going to cut up on these 2 score lines just to that horizontal line. These are going to be our side tabs for our box. And then I'm going to do a little trimming on these little side tabs. And we're going to do it on both of these pieces. When we trim those little tabs, it just gives us a little extra room when we put everything together, and it makes it a little easier to square it all up nice and square. Otherwise, it gets a little crowded down there with the folds. Okay, so this is going to be the back of our box. We want to make sure the stitched lines show up better on the right side. So this is our back. So I am going to take my multi-purpose liquid glue, and I'm just going to put it on these little side tabs. And then this is the front. So I'm going to go like this. I'm going to make a really long make sure these are so there. And now we could cut these tabs completely off. We don't really need 4 of these tabs. Now I'm going to bring this side over to our other tab and just put it right, line it up right here. And so you could make a bunch of these up and just leave them flat. And when you're ready to fill them, go ahead and assemble them. And I think I will cut that one tab off too. We should have done that before we folded everything. I just didn't want to confuse y'all. When you start putting your box together, you'll notice. So there's our box. We're going to fold our side tabs in. We could have just left those, but I think I left them on this one. I guess I didn't really notice them. Okay, when I'm doing my boxes, here's the seams. So I want this to be the back. So I want the fresh corners to be the front. So I'm going to push this in first, the back tab. And then we'll put a little glue here. You could use some Stampin' Seal Plus or some, I probably put too much glue over there, but we'll get that off of there. Stampin' Seal Plus or your tear and tape, something strong, a stronger adhesive. I'm going to take that off of there because I only wanted my box to be 1 inch wide. If I'd done it 1 1/4 inches wide, that tab would have went all the way to the back, but I didn't want it to be that big. So there's your box. See how easy that is? I hope that all made sense. This might be one of those videos you'll have to start and stop and start and stop. Okay, and the last thing we'll do is we'll put the little handle on. So the rest of it is just decorate it however you want. So you could do these for any occasion or any holiday. I went ahead and cut a pumpkin pie circle to kind of represent a moon. And we're going to stamp a hat. And we are going to stamp our treats here. Now, to make my moon look a little dimensional, I took a Stampin' Sponge and my Memento black ink. And the Stampin' Sponges come around. I should have brought one out. I always cut mine in 8ths, and then this is actually an early espresso one, but we're going to use it for black. I put a little tab on it so I don't get my fingers too inky, and just staple it on there. And then I'm just going to edge this. It's going to be our harvest moon, our Halloween moon. And by doing that, it's going to make it just stand out just a little bit. It's going to give it a little bit of some dimension. And then to give it some more dimension, I am going to pop it up with some Stampin' Dimensionals. So it's not just flat against the box. Okay, and then I'm putting it over just a little left of the center because we're going to put our little witch's hat over here. Now the next thing I did was put my letters on just so I knew how much room I needed for my hat. And I'm going to give you a little hint because I didn't do it this way the first time around. When I took my letters, I wanted the treats. I took my letters and I spelled it across the block. This is an H block. But to punch them out in this orientation, it would have been better for me to do them this way. So I changed them around. So that's just a tip. That is just a tip. Learn from my mistakes. It just went faster. And we're going to do this all in one little thing because we can. I had this long H block. And so instead of stamping each of these letters one time, I just spelled it out on the block, and then I need another T, so we'll add that at the bottom. Hopefully I left enough room. And then we've got our little punch. This is the cutest little punch. It's like a little ticket. See how we can just slide them right in there? My S is a little too close to my T. I might do my S over. I'm going to start up here because I don't really want them that. I'm trying to center them on the punch. I'm not going to be that fussy about it, but just a little fussy. What do I do with my stamp? Here we go. I'm going to put another S on here. Okay, so there's all of our letters. Get them in order. And then I put them all on with dimensionals. You know me, I like to pop everything up a little bit. And because of the size of our box, these are going to go, they're going to take the whole length or the width of this box. So I'm going to just kind of space them all out a little bit. Now some of them we won't need to pop up, but our T and our S we will. And I'm just kind of doing them wonky. I never can figure out this S. I think I put the smaller at the top. Is that how you do S's? Okay, the rest of these we can just glue on with the glue or some kind of adhesive. I think the more crooked they are, the cuter it is a little bit. But I kind of want them to be the same distance apart. Like I want this T to be a little crooked, more crooked. There we go. Okay, I'm so picky. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is very simple. We're going to just stamp that hat, and this is from the Bewitching bundle. We are going to stamp that one. And I just picked the outline image with the little spider web. And again, we're going to, I use black on all of this. So if you are a beginning stamper or just starting to, you know, build your collection, you know you're always going to need some black ink. And a bundle is a good way to start, especially a punch bundle, to start to build your collection. Okay, now normally how this punch works, I have to take this corner out. There we go. I should have pulled all the cards I've made out of this bundle. I have been using this bundle a lot this season. Normally every Halloween I buy one Halloween suite or bundle. I'm not a real Halloween person. I don't send out a lot of things, but I do love to make treat boxes for my friends and family. This would be cute with some candy and a little gift card. My son loves Taco Bell. So it would be fun to throw some chocolate in there and then a gift card to Taco Bell for him for Happy Halloween. Or we have Sonics here. Do you guys have Sonics where you're all at? I'm taking a scrap of the Parakeet Party and I'm cutting the band, the hat band image out of there to throw some, just a different color in. A Sonic gift card's a good gift card for Halloween. You can go get a treat at Sonic. Kim has Taco Bell and Sonic. I guess they're everywhere across the United States. I don't know. We're big Sonic fans, unfortunately. And we have one just right up the street. So it gets a lot of our business. I love their iced teas. I always get a Route 44 and they have a happy hour, so you get half price. So it's very common for me to stop in. And then, oh my gosh, I need to get one of those pretzel twists to go with my iced tea. I'm a big iced tea drinker. Okay, I'm popping up the witch's hat. There we go. And then I did glue her brim down a little bit right here because it was kind of curling up, I noticed, on my other one. Okay, we're almost done. These are so easy. Okay, then I'm going to use my punch again, and there's the stars. You can use the stars for anything. Christmas, Halloween. Kim says, those are so yummy. Love pretzels. I know, those pretzel twists are addictive. With the cheese sauce, oh my gosh. I think I need to go get one after this. I don't know what I'm having for dinner. Our cupboards are bare. What are y'all having for dinner? Give me some ideas because I need to run out and get some groceries. A lot of times I'll order my groceries and I didn't have to take the time to order my groceries this morning. I hate planning meals. I love to eat, but I wish somebody else would do the planning. Yeah, did I put that on the wrong side? Nope, I did it. I did it good. Okay. Said it looked. No. I'm just gonna put, I think I'll put 5 on this one. That's what I did with my, the little card. I put 5 stars, so I think I'm gonna put 5 on this one. I only put 3 on my sample. Sometimes I put too big of a glue glob. Okay. Now, the handle, you don't need a handle, but I kind of liked to have the handle. I thought it looked kind of cute. So I just took a 1/2 inch. I think this is 8.5. Yep, a 1/2 inch by 8.5 of the basic black. And then I'm just going to kind of curl it a little bit with my bone folder. And you could use brads, but I'm not going to put anything real heavy on mine. So I'm just going to use some glue. I think when you're using the multi-purpose liquid glue, it holds so well. It's my favorite adhesive. I'm telling you, I say that all the time. But you do have to hold it just for a second to let it grab hold. Okay, and then this is retired filler that Stampin' Up! Sold at one time. It's silver foil. I thought that was kind of cool for Halloween, the silver foil, but you can put any kind of filler in there or no filler. Just put your treats in there. Okay. Oh, we forgot our little bow on her hat. The glue is unavailable right now, Kat. I have stocked up, so I have bottles upon bottles upon bottles, so I don't pay attention to that. Oh my goodness. Well, that's disconcerting. And I teach classes, so I have to have a lot of bottles for each little group of people, but that come. So I just have it stocked up, so I don't pay attention. Oh, that's too bad. I'm sure they'll be getting it in soon. I am anxiously awaiting my paper pumpkin for this month. Kat says her sister wanted 2 bottles and can't get it. That is a bummer. I love it, and it lasts forever. I mean, it never runs out, it seems like. Now on this one I did little tiny double bow. I kind of like the bigger bow, so I think on this one I'm going to do the bigger bow. Speaking of product, I will list all the products I used in today's video over on my blog. There'll be a replay of, what happened to my, that always happens. A replay of this video and all the products I used. I'll have a diagram of that cutting and scoring for the box. I'll have that over there. I always like to include that if that's a little more helpful to you guys. That will be over this afternoon. Over there in about an hour, probably. Depends on how fast I can type. But I've already taken my photographs. There are so many steps involved. It's okay. There's the little bow. I kind of like the bigger bow over the smaller bow. I guess it doesn't really matter. And then this is the card. If you're not interested in doing a 3D project, this is basically the card. I did the same thing with an 8.5 by 4 1/4. It's a square card, and I just used that basic border die. It's got all the crud on it. And cut both sides of a 4 1/4 by, let's see how tall this is. I think it's 3.5, maybe. It's 3 inches after it's been cut. So I took a 4 1/4 by 3.5 inch piece of basic black, and then I used the border die and did both sides of that. Put it on my card front, and then I just did the same thing on here as I did on the bag, and then I added the treats. So tricks or treats. So that's kind of cute. I thought that was sweet. All right. Thank you guys so much for sharing. Thanks for all the kind comments. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Like I said, all the information about today's projects will be over on the blog, and I will be back Wednesday at 2 p.m. for coffee and a card, and I hope to see you there. We'll talk soon. Oh, you know what? I forgot to put the little bow on my card. I'll do that when I get off. I knew she looked a little weird. Okay. Thanks so much, ladies. Have a great afternoon. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.